Guys with your background usually open clubs uptown or in Brooklyn and open and closed within a week.
There is no secret. Just me.
I don't follow.
See, people take you at face value, Simon. Me, well, I have to transform to meet everyone's expectations constantly. And because I get them, I get them. And because I get them, I get rich.
Tasha a lot of money. I'm here to collect.
Alright guys, so for today's video we're going to be talking about Simon Stern from Power. Now I know I'm probably blowing this out of proportion and I'm probably maybe doing too much for the character and probably giving him a little bit too much props, right? But everybody remembers, back in the original Power where, Simon Stern wanted to buy Truth from James St. Patrick but James St. Patrick was just like, nah, it ain't happening, this and that and stuff, and it kind of like had like this, I guess, heated tug of war in a sense, until eventually Simon Stern got what he wanted because he was somewhat a little bit in the beginning smarter than Ghost, until Ghost got the upper hand on him and stuff, right? Now, the one thing I was wondering about Simon Stern as a whole and as a character, out of everything that happened with Ghost, wouldn't you think that he would have known what was going on in his own city? Because you had the Serbs that was around. You had other gangs. Well, maybe not the gangs part, but maybe just the Serbs, and then eventually like the Jimenez cartel, right? Wouldn't you think he would have at least known something about it and stuff? Because he was always fascinated and intrigued about James St. Patrick and stuff. That there's really nothing on him. He couldn't get anything on him. Even if he tried to like search his name up, he couldn't get anything on him, and it's like as if he was a true ghost and stuff, right? So the one thing I was always wondering about, is he truly the ultimate evil? Is he like the last person that eventually even Tariq is gonna have to deal with, even though he will? But is he the one that was always been in control, right? Because you know how when Ghost eventually got with his ex-wife and said that, hey, he had like offshore accounts and stuff, and they worked together to kind of like take him down, and then Ghost was able to get back like his nightclub and then some other clubs from Simon Stern and stuff. It makes me wonder, like, did he ever do any like deals with the Serbs? Maybe not the Jimenez cartel, but I always wondered, did he ever do any sort of dealings with like the Serbs and stuff? Like maybe no, I wouldn't say like territory, but maybe like territory or any sort of like business, right? Because I was like wondering about this, because this man, he's been around, because he's been there when he tried to get James St. Patrick's nightclub. He was there when he got arrested. He was even there when the man almost tried to become lieutenant governor, and then he was even there when the man was dead. So I'm like, I wouldn't say it's a coincidence or anything, but you would think that he's kind of like an overshadowed figure that nobody is not really seeing and stuff, because we always see how, one bad guy and then another bad guy show up, and then there's another bad guy, but then nobody really thinks about the one guy that could have been controlling everything in the beginning, and everybody kind of like overlooked him and stuff, because back in the original Power, like I said, we had the Serbs that was around, right? You had Jason, you had Milan, who else was there? Oh, then you had Lobos, right? Then you had like I said, then you had like the Jimenez cartel. You had them, and obviously all of them are dead. All of them are dead. And except for like the one person who still remains on top, and it's like Simon Stern. And even when James St. Patrick died and he still wanted Truth, it was like, okay, in order for him to get Truth, Tariq has to pass his grades, and then he gets Truth. But it's like, what else does he want besides Truth? Like, we know that he wants to ultimately control Tariq, but it's like, what else is he doing behind the scenes that we don't know? Like, what other deals is he doing? Like, what else? Like, what's he doing and stuff? Because the one thing, as I said in my previous videos, that when Detective Whitman tried to like get in his face, and he was just like, you know, I'm the one that called the shots here. Everybody works for me and stuff. He's in control, and he knows like the police commissioner and stuff. So I'm like, the one thing that about James St. Patrick, he had he was gonna have political power at the end, but Simon Stern kind of already has that political power. He kind of already has like higher authority in certain places. So I'm like, if there was like anything that could have happened to like maybe James St. Patrick or maybe Tariq it later on in the future, Simon Stern is like that guy who's like, I would say he's like in between the border of he can help you, but then at the same time he can destroy you given enough information. And it's like you had Tate, who he's in a position of power because he's in political, so he has like some sort of position of power. But it makes me wonder, does Simon Stern have? I think he has even more power than Tate when you think about it. So the one thing, I'm gonna read a few things from the laws of power of what I believe that Simon Stern actually has. So yeah, the 48 laws of power. So law 5 is to guard your reputation with your life. Reputation is the cornerstone of your power. You use it to intimidate and win, but if it becomes tarnished, you open yourself up to being vulnerable. Now law 7, get others to do the work for you, but always take the credit. Never do for yourself what the others can do for you. Use their wisdom and knowledge to further your own cause. Law 29, plan all the way to the end. Always plan until the end. That means thinking through every possibility that could prevent you from reaching your end goal. Law 31, control the options. Get others to play with the cards you deal. By giving your opponents a choice, they will feel that they're controlling their own destiny. What they won't realize is that you're using them as a puppet to choose between two scenarios, both which you serve. So it's quite interesting. It's quite interesting because I believe that maybe some of these laws I feel like does initially apply to Simon Stern when it comes down to control. Maybe not manipulation, but just like sort of control and dominant, because Simon Stern wants to be ultimately that dominant person. He doesn't want anybody above him. He's the one that's above everybody else. So it begs the question, if he's the one on top, is he the one that's been controlling everything, or that shadow that you're not gonna see him coming type thing? And I think I'm kind of like leaning towards that, because like I said before, he was there throughout James St. Patrick's life all the way up until his death. Even when he was in jail, he was like, yo, you got to give me this nightclub. You got to give it to me. So I'm like, okay. Now, I'm not saying that he could have had, like, maybe James St. Patrick, like, killed or anything. You know, nothing like that. Because I don't think Simon Stern is, like, a killer. He could be, but we don't know. But I don't think he is, like a murderer. I think he's just, like, maybe like a shrewd businessman. Shrewd businessman that has, like, so many connections. And if you cross him, you know, your life isn't going to be great. Your life isn't going to be great and stuff, and things will probably be taken away from you. So that's what I see from Simon Stern. But let me know what you guys think on this matter and stuff. Like, do you believe that Simon Stern is actually, you know, just like I said, like a shrewd businessman? He's nothing less to be important, and he's just going to be overlooked and stuff, because that's the thing. We've had so many surprises and so many, like, interesting things that happen in power. It's like, why is nobody kind of, like, talking about Simon Stern? He's, like, literally the cornerstone that everybody forgot. It's like that whole saying that, you know, the devil's greatest trick is that to make humanity forgot that he ever existed. That's, like, Simon Stern when you think about it. And I really do see... I want to see what's going to happen to him more, maybe like in season 3 of Power Book 2 Ghost. Like, what else is he going to be doing and stuff? Because since, you know, the whole murder investigation and the whole trial that happened with Tariq dropped, you know, I am going to be curious to see what he's going to be doing and stuff. Like, maybe he's going to pop in and be like, maybe check on and see what Tariq is doing and stuff. Because the one thing I also found quite interesting why did Simon Stern not? He didn't visit Tariq when he was in prison. Like, see, and it's like I felt like Simon Stern could be probably like looking at past mistakes, like okay, things that James St. Patrick did and he overcome, Tariq is gonna overcome them. So it's like he was kind of there in the beginning, still is in the beginning, but he didn't come visit him in prison, right? So I'm like, I think Simon Stern could be on to something. He could be, manipulating things behind the scenes and nobody doesn't know. They ain't gonna know until probably like the end, like the true end when Tariq graduates. And who knows? He could probably be like, well, your father was quite interesting, and then he might hit him off with, but I knew what you did. Or something, right? And then we'd be like, okay, I can't believe it. It's actually Simon Stern and stuff. Simon Stern is like literally that last guy. Out of everybody that Tariq and Ghost had to deal with, Simon Stern is going to be like that last guy. And I feel like it's probably going to be up to Tariq to either take him down or most likely outsmart him. And Simon Stern is going to probably be in another dilemma and stuff. But who knows what's going to actually happen? Who knows what's going to actually happen? Because it's like Simon Stern still wanted to be in James St. Patrick's life despite, him getting one over him and stuff. And it's like he ain't going to sit this well because if the father did it, the son could do it. And he probably might have like some plans in play in case Tariq try to do anything to get over on him. Because we don't know what this man is capable of, to be honest, despite, besides him having connections to the police commissioner and other probably forms of politicians and stuff, right? So that's another thing that you have to kind of like keep aware of. Despite, compared to like, the Serbs where, they don't really have any political power or anything that's like backing them and stuff. They just there, they just there and, killing people and shit, right? So, there's nothing really, tying them to anything. But like I said before, if Simon Stern had anything to kind of do with the Serbs or getting them into the States, right? Or helping them, not with their business, but yeah, probably like just like getting them into like the States or whatever, then, and he keeps his hands clean and nobody really knows what he's doing, then yeah. Because the whole phrase of what Tariq said, that ghosts never die and stuff, right? Maybe we looking at this differently. Maybe I wouldn't say Simon Stern is a ghost, but we could be looking at things differently. We don't know. But post your comments down below. If you like what you heard you like. Please subscribe, share. Do all that wonderful stuff. And I'll catch you later.